wouldn't
feelings, man.
really. Travis, I love you.
It's cool. You do you, man.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
You do you.
Oh my God.
So one of the questions I got was, how long does each episode take from inception to a script to a polished perfect nugget of a show? So I did some research on myself, which is pretty pathetic, I guess, and so I realized like making episode 1 actually took 2 months, because like I sent the first scripts on the 30th of July 2020, and I finished making the episode on the 1st of October. So like yeah, that took a while. That like people always say I'm super fast, but it's actually a pretty long process.
I'm back. What's going on?
Boss lady was just answering of her own question.
Questions? I've missed questions. Start again. Just
No.
You did all of your questions. You're fine.
Let's start with, do you see yourself in your character? And we're gonna answer in alphabetical order, so we can start with Cleo.
Oh.
Cleo, go on, Cleo. It's your turn.
Yeah, hi.
Oh god.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like I'm the complete opposite when it comes to Cleo, because I'm very out there, and sometimes it's not healthy. But but I mean, I guess the only thing I really do see myself in, there's some aspects with the whole part of not fitting in. You don't really have a place, or you're not wanted. So yeah, I have some aspects of Cleo.
Okay, let's go to Derek. Do you see yourself in your character?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, you.
Who?
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Basically, he's an angsty homosexual. And so I can relate to that quite a bit.
I do see myself in my character quite a lot, like personality wise. I think I feel like I have way more anxiety than Erika does. But I'm also an only child, so I've never like had to experience like having a sibling.
Lucky you.
So, but I'm a dancer, and we very similar. Like we almost look the same. So I'd say I see myself in my character a lot.
Okay. And then Fatima, Ebony?
Oh yeah, definitely. Do I see myself in Fatima? Absolutely. Fatima's character, she seems like she's very sure of herself, but still also unsure of herself. I know when I originally auditioned, I auditioned for Erika. Boss lady actually, yeah. But it seemed that Fatima was the better fit for me. Fatima definitely strikes me as she has this motherly instinct that, she wants to take care of her friends and her family, and she looks out for her siblings. Her relationship with her family is very close, so I definitely feel like I can relate with Fatima a whole lot. My friends would call me Mama Eb at some point, so being the whole mother aspect, I get it a lot. And so yeah, I definitely see myself in Fatima a whole lot.
I see myself in Gideon. Absolutely not. I'm super shy. I never flirt with girls. That's something I never do. I hate flirting with girls. I would never call all my castmates beautiful and tell them how much I love them all the time. That's just not me, man. If it would be something I'd say as a lie.
The lies. The lies.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even Tia said lies.
Lots of lies there, yes. I'm pretty much... It's funny. There's things that he does in this show that it would be literally something I would do. It's not even like he would say this or whatever. It's something I would full on do. Like I can't really say anything right now because it'd be kind of a spoiler, but his relationship with Lori in the future, that probably be something I would do and act like.
Yeah, let's just say Gideon for now has been very greasy, which is something like I don't see in you. Like when you're more you're nicer.
Yeah, I don't. I'm not a pig with ladies, but
he's a gentleman.
I don't drink or anything. I'm not into that. But everything else about him, yeah, it's pretty much me.
I can see some of me in Ryan, I guess. I mean, I like to party. I think that's fun. It's kind of cool. I wish I could have had the confidence that he has. I think it's something that, God, it's just hard to describe.
Tia said, Ryan kind of reminds me of Bryce Walker from 13 Reasons Why. A little bit, yeah. He's the
Which one was Bryce?
The asshole rich kid. Yeah. I can
do
see
you
that.
always wear the Letterman jacket as well?
Oh, no, the
bad guy.
The bad guy, yeah.
Oh God.
Woo, Travis! All right. Well, I think I do see bits and pieces of myself in Travis. I feel like Travis is like that kind of larger than life personality. He's like the kind of guy that I feel like would be like he's the type of guy I wanted to be, like the one that is like socially like adept and is just so fun to be around. Like I aspired to be like that, but in real life, yeah, I'm a bit more reserved, but I feel like I can be a bit more like him when I'm around people I'm like super comfortable with. And also, I guess I sort of have the same approach to like acting in general with Travis, because like I feel like when I act, I'm a bit more like Travis, but like in real life, I'm more reserved and closed off. And I know he's like big with music. I would love to be a bit more musically inclined. It's been a few years since I've done like music related stuff. Like I used to be in band in like high school and middle school, but like haven't done it in a while, so not as good as it could be. But like, yeah, I see bits and pieces, but like, yeah.
Since you said that, there's another question. If you enrolled in Ward University, which major would you pick?
I don't know. I mean, I'm already in college, so like, and I'm going for culinary and whatnot. But if I could, I'd probably go for like a writing class or maybe like theater.
Yeah, acting would be pretty good for all of you, I think, because you're all really good at it.
Yeah. Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, I think acting would probably be the best suitable for me. But yeah,
I love to write and to make music, so I think either of the two would be my major. So maybe I would take both.
Do you have a SoundCloud or?
I'll send you some tracks.
Oh my god!
There's
so
a song
cool.
in particular that is would be very appropriate for Derek and Travis. I
Oh
think
my
you
god!
would love to hear that. I think.
Oh my god! I can't wait. Okay, so Erika.
I'm currently in art school, and my major is character design. However, I really like painting, so if I went to Ward University, I would definitely major in painting. That's also really scary.
And then there's Fatima.
Okay, so if I was enrolled, I probably would pick up singing. Naturally, there's a 24-hour concert walking around in my head, so I'm always singing something. So if not singing, probably writing. I know, like, that's probably why I relate with Fatima, because she's a writer, but I'm not that good of a writer, but I do like to write. A lot of journalistic stuff, but it would either be between singing and writing.
It'd be music, because I actually am a musician. I've been a musician for 11 years. So, yeah, it'd be pretty... Well, assuming there'd be a guitarist role, because when I was in school, I mean, I've never been to college, but when I was in school, there wasn't really a guitarist role like in jazz band or marching band or anything. They didn't really like have one.
Yeah, well, we're
So,
talking
yeah.
about Word University, so you know there's a guitarist role. Like
Yeah. 'cause
Ezra plays
Charlie-
the guitar. No, Charlie
Ezra.
plays bass, but
Bass,
there's no
yeah.
bass in The Sims 4, so
I mean, I'd whip.
let's
I'd whip
just
a bass,
pretend
so
she plays bass.
it worked both ways.
And then there's Ryan.
If I was enrolled, I probably would do either acting or music. I've done music for about 6 years now. Play guitar, bass. Was in choir,
Wow.
and then I like making people laugh. So improv for me was really, really fun. I did that in high school. That was really cool.
I went to Ward University. I'd probably major in acting and creative writing, probably. I'd love to also dip my toes into music, but, you know, I'm a bit too self-conscious to do that. So, yeah.
What kind of stuff do you write?
It varies, you know. I'd like to think I'm a bit versatile, but done a couple of short stories, sort of started a couple of like scripts, like formatted for like movie, television, stuff like that, poetry. I like to keep myself versatile in that aspect. So, yeah.
That's so cool. I'm gonna answer one of my questions so you guys can relax for a second. So, someone asked, what is your creative process? You probably all know the That's So Raven show.
That's so Raven.
It's the future I can see.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for me, it's like I listen to music and then I get this Raven vision where the camera just zooms into my face and I see everything that's gonna happen, and that's my creative process basically.
That is awesome.
Oh yes, we love
I
that.
like that.
I have these
Love it.
visions and then I start crying, of
Icon.
course, because I see horrible shit all the time. Yeah, Word University is gonna be fun in the future.
I'm not ready.
No,
I'm worried.
no one's ready.
Did you say fun or fucked?
Both works in this situation.
Yeah. Also, another question I got was, how did you find such talented voice actors? Can I steal your voice actors? I'm stealing your voice actors. This isn't a question, it's a statement. So,
I volunteer as tribute.
yeah, I'm gonna just say the name of the person who asked this. It was Oak Sims Studios. So, Oak, just know all my voice actors want to work with you.
Yeah.
They're always looking for a role, so if you're listening, just know especially Dale, he's always available.
Give me a happy character.
Right?
Ever.
Bad.
Okay, this one is just for Erika. At what lengths do you believe Erika will go to keep Jasper's secret?
I feel like she would go through. How do I say this? Like, I was gonna say a lot of lengths, but I don't know if that's grammatically correct. I know she really loves Jasper, but even more, I know she like knows how much her parents value him, and she really wouldn't. Because okay, I may not have any siblings, but I know what it's like to have an older person who your parents are like, you don't want to end up like that person. So like every time you do something wrong, you're given you're acting just like this person. Don't do that. And I wouldn't blame Erika for like thinking that way, because that's definitely what's gonna happen if they find out. That means like anytime she like steps out of like her normal persona or character, her parents are gonna be like, "Are you turning into Jasper? Is that what's happening?"
Ooh.
At least that's what I feel like what's gonna happen. But I know that she cares about him, and she wouldn't want to lose contact with him completely. So, a pretty long length, I would say.
We'll see. Both.
Yeah.
Okay, so question for everyone. What do you like the most about your character? Nothing. I hate her.
No, I love Cleo. No. My favorite. I don't know.
Awkward. Cleo's like, so you don't love me?
No, I do. I swear. I don't know. I just like her story. Like how what's happening with her. Like I like how she went from like this shy girl who just like literally just like couldn't even look at people to someone that's actually going to sleepovers.
Aw.
You know, like I like how like how far she's coming. You know, like in only such a short amount of time. Where like I don't know. Yeah, I just like that.
I would have to say maybe his mystery.
Ooh.
This isn't any shade towards you, Simmer, but we basically know nothing about him in the first 4 episodes. And without spoiling too much, he still isn't that well established in later episodes, which I think is deliberate.
Yeah.
And so with everybody, I hope I'm excited to learn a little bit more.
Yeah, because like there's so many characters, so some of them like we need to wait a little longer to find out who they are, because there's just no time right now. Erika?
I really love Erika, her personality, and just who she, because even though I relate to her a lot, she is 100% the person that like I want to be when I go to college. I really want her to be less shy and like a little more self-assured. And I love how she interacts with her friends, even when she's being completely overdramatic and just going off on rants. And poor Fatima has to just be like, okay. So, yeah. I can't wait to like see more of her. Yay.
Okay, since we were speaking about Fatima, it's now Fatima's turn.
I like her sense of wit. The way she interacts with Erika, especially with some of the lines in the interactions with Erika, oh my gosh, I crack up every time. Just with her rhetoric and how she carries herself. I love it. I love her personality.
What I like about him is just, yeah, I like his loyalty. I don't know if people have really like noticed it. It especially got noticed in the most recent episode, with just how much he cares about Jasper, and I have a feeling, I actually don't even know this yet, really, even reported for the episode 5 and 6, that I don't really know that he technically cares about Derek or not, but it seems like he probably would. So thinking about, like that, I don't know if he cares about Ryan, but but I care about Ryan. I like Ryan.
I care about you.
Yeah, thank you, man. But yeah, and it's funny. I kind of like his straightforwardness. His very not the like the pigness of him, but if that's even a word, pigness.
Now it is.
But I almost kind of, because I'm like that too. Honestly, not in like again, not in the aggressive pig way, but just I can appreciate being very openly honest about that, about like stuff like if you like somebody or something like that. And for playing him, freaking everything, he's awesome. And it's funny with characters like him, they initially start out the way he was in the first episode, like he's almost like the bad guy or something because he's a pig, like I say. But usually in all other characters and shows, he never gets layers. They don't really give him any depth usually, and they'll usually have, like he'll like hit on the girls, whatever. Then he'll get like beat up or told off by the superhero character, and then he'll either change his ways and be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I was a bad guy," and then kind of just not really be in the series anymore, or he'll like get killed or get his ass kicked or something and not be in the series anymore. But with Gideon, he has, like I said, he has all these layers in him, and
yeah, because I really don't like making characters that are either good or bad. So like even the worst of them will have some kind of layer. At least that's what I try to do. At least.
Definitely.
That's what I always
think
try to
you
do.
very much achieved that.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So speaking of baddies, Ryan.
Hey, I heard my name.
What do you like about Ryan?
What I like about Ryan is what he wants and he gets it.
Yeah.
Just he comes in the room, directs every conversation towards him, and then gets what he wants and then leaves. I like that. I'm complete opposite because I just go around and go with the flow. But that's pretty cool.
Go with the floor with a voice like that.
Yeah, right? Sounds fake, but okay.
That's what I was saying. He's the most laid back, nicest dude you'll ever talk to, and this is the first time I've talked to him, aside from text. But you can just tell. Then he has this voice that sounds like he's a Greek god on a mountain with lightning bolts coming out of his arm.
I will smite you down.
Yeah.
Ooh, Master Chiron.
He makes Zeus piss himself.
Okay. So Travis, what do you like about Travis? Everything, obviously.
Yes. But I really love his personality, and the fourth wall breaks. Those are really awesome because and also I'm gonna also piggyback off of Mitch and try to split it up into I love that in playing him I get to embody something that I've always myself wanted to be in real life. Personality wise, the person who's like it's easy for them to socialize and be all that. But I don't know. In real life I struggle with that a bit. More reserved, closed off. But yeah, that's fun. And it's just nice to be able to play a character that, because how when you go to certain events and you're closed off and you don't know, but there's that one person that can bring you over and connect you to everything. Kind of like how Casey and Cleo in about episode 2, I think. I love that Travis seems like that kind of guy, and it's really fun playing him.
Which characters are your favorites beside your own?
Okay, I have a couple.
That's right.
Honestly, yeah. I honestly, so far I do really like Derek, which is funny. And then Travis. Oh God, there's so many. I do like Ezra.
Duh.
Oh God, I like all of them. And then Fatima, definitely.
Yeah, I think everyone loves Fatima and Travis. They're like the fan favorites, and Charlie too. I think. Yeah.
Yeah, they're like the duo, trio, like the OT3.
Okay, Derek.
I would have to say I am obsessed with Candy.
Oh yeah.
I think that she is going to open up a lot in the future, and I think she's going to turn into somebody that we all do like a lot. I just think I got there a little bit earlier. I liked her before everybody liked her, before she was cool.
Yeah, I remember you saying Candy was your favorite or something.
Yeah, she is.
She's really cool.
The voice actress, the character, everything together is just.
Oh,
really
I love Ellie. I started loving her when I watched The Canopsia Effect by Simsbury.
Ooh. Shout out to Mars, who's gonna be me next episode. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh, I can't wait.
I don't know. I zoned out for a second. I don't know if someone said Charlie. I feel like I heard it.
I did.
I really love Charlie though. Okay. I don't know. I always love characters that are in bands because I always dreamed of being in a band for some sort of rock band, but I got stuck in orchestra with the violin, and I don't know, I really just love her character, and like the fact that she gets stuck with the last person she wants as a roommate, that whole dynamic. Just, I can't wait to see that play out some more. But yeah.
That's gonna be interesting. Fatima?
Jesus, because I love everybody. I love Erika. I love Cleo, Travis, Ezra. Charlie. I love them all. I love you guys all. I love the characters. The voice actors. I love the whole cast. Like, I love you guys. I feel like I love Erika's energy. Just her energy most of all. I love the fact that I love Cleo. I feel like Cleo was I saw a part of myself in Cleo with just the expectancy that was placed on her, and just even for my own personal life, not to get like too deep, but there was just a lot there. I love all of the characters, but those are the ones that stood out to me.
I love all the characters. At this point, currently, I absolutely can't pick a favorite now. They're all my favorites. The voice actors are just fantastic. I never would have imagined I could be with a cast that's this talented and amazing. And don't hate me, a Sim series, and it's only because I didn't have any experience with it. I maybe I had one role that was The Sims and it just didn't work out. But all the others, it got a bad reputation because they were like made by 16-year-olds and weren't that great. But then I found Boss Lady, and she's a freaking goddess, and got all these voice actors that are just incredible. And so yeah, at this point now, everybody. But when we started, when the very first episode, it was even opposed to my own. Probably Charlie, and honestly, she was like the same as Gideon. Like, there wasn't a character that I liked more than Gideon besides like Charlie. They were like equal. And I don't know, she's just awesome. I think Tia has a lot to do with that. Her like accent and just voice and acting and stuff. Yeah. She's just awesome. And
she's so great.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then, like I said, after probably like episode 3 or 2 or something, I was like, oh man, I just really like everybody. Everybody's freaking awesome.
I like the band trio, the Charlie, Ezra, and Travis. I like seeing them all the time. They were a lot my favorite, actually. And I also like Gideon. I'm excited to see where that goes with him and Lori.
We'll see.
Don't get between us.
We'll see, Gideon.
Just playing.
I don't know. I'm really liking everybody so far. I'm excited where all their stories go.
Okay, and Travis?
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off everyone and say I love all the characters, but in particular, I really like Cleo and Charlie. Cleo because very relatable. Like, for example, that one scene in episode 2 where she's sitting away from people she'd met in class. That was so me that it hurt. But yeah. And then Charlie. Oh my goodness. Just love the character so much. Like love that rebellious spirit she's got in her. Love Tia's performance. Like, I'm so incredibly thankful that got this character, because I love Charlie and Travis's dynamic together. Like, it's so fun to play, and working with Tia is just like the best. Like, I know we don't talk that much, but really love what she brings to the character. Like, I don't know. I don't care what she says about her performance. I think she does amazing as Charlie. Yeah. So
This is too cute. I'm gonna cry right now. See, I just said my bestie Travis in the chat. You guys are adorable. But seriously, I love what you said. Like Travis and Charlie's dynamic is one of my favorite things in the show. I love it so much. I love writing their dialogues. So much fun. So, if you were at Ward University, who would you like to befriend? Like, who would you want to be friends with? Cleo.
Oh gosh. You know what? I'm just gonna flat out say it. I want to be friends with Travis.
Me too.
And like, and Erika. Like, yeah, like flat, just like there, just like both of them.
As Dale, I think I would probably be closest to Tia. Tia is the supernatural one, right?
Yeah.
Sorry.
The witch.
Yeah. She loves supernatural to the extent that basically it's like something that I'm not interested in or that I believe in, and so I think it would be fascinating to be friends with somebody like that. I think she could open my eyes a bit, you know, polar opposites and all of that.
That's cute. Erika?
I would definitely say Fatima, 100%, because I always like having a friend that I can rely on to know, like, if I need not even just advice, but just be able to like sit in a room with them and have like this calming energy. Is always super nice. And I have a friend that's just like Fatima, and every single time I like interact with them, I keep thinking, oh my goodness, they're just like Fatima.
To be honest, if I'm being very honest at this point, I would definitely say Erika too. Like, I love it. I love it. I love her spirit. I love her energy. Like, there's something about her that I vibe with a lot.
I'm kind of a weird person with friends because I'm the type of person that can practically not be friends with, but be acquaintances with any crowd. Like when I was in school, I didn't really have any best friends, but I could go up to any table and like sit with people and they wouldn't really care or anything.
Can't relate.
But I guess. Well, first, I mean Charlie, just because she's freaking cute. But I would say Ezra, but I don't like the type of music he listens to, so I don't know. I think people aren't gonna like me right now, but I don't think I would be friends with Travis.
Spicy.
Understandable.
Just because, well, it's just I don't know, and just the way he treats Derek, kind of in a way.
Damn.
It's yeah.
I mean, you
but
wouldn't,
everybody else.
You wouldn't be
probably,
his boyfriend.
I probably
you would
wouldn't
be
get
his
along
friend.
with Ryan though.
You'd get along with him, with Ryan.
I wouldn't.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of
me
mean.
neither.
Yeah.
Like Ryan's awesome, but from afar, no one wants to.
Yeah, I get that.
Pretty to look at, not so much to talk to.
Yeah. I think I would be friends with Travis just because I also really do like music, and I'm sure we would jam constantly.
Oh yeah. Okay. Travis?
He's gonna say Gideon now. I'm just kidding.
No one's gonna say Gideon.
I was gonna say Derek.
I'd have to say probably, like Cleo, Charlie, and Raymond, because for Raymond, I love how he's really wise, and I just love that about him, and like I feel like I would learn so much, like just by being friends with him. Cleo, because I feel like we'd have a lot in common, and so yeah, and Charlie just because Charlie's awesome. Like why not Charlie?
Here's a question for Derek.
Uh-oh.
This one's hard. Okay. Is Derek's lack of commitment and understanding to Travis due to his belief in monogamy, or is it because he is afraid of coming out?
Oh, whoa. That is a loaded question.
Yeah.
That's whoa.
Whoa. Big whoa.
I think that polygamy is kind of a big deal to nearly everybody. If it's not actively taught or spoken about, or, you know, like part of your day-to-day life, it just feels foreign and wrong. I'm trying to be sensitive here. There's no judgment from me on the subject. I can kind of understand why Derek may or may not have an issue with it. Cue episode spoilers for the next episode. If you couple that with the fact that I think that Derek's definitely afraid of coming out of the closet, it's just a recipe for disaster. Not to mention, Travis is a bit tiptoey. He's afraid of hurting Derek on the surface. So yeah, I think to answer the question, yes, to both of them. I believe the best thing to do would be to ask the director. Throw it over the simmer.
Okay, so the thing about Derek and Travis is like they both really love each other from the way I see it, but they're basically incompatible because of this. Like it was mentioned in episode 3 when Travis said Derek is a monogamist, so we already know that. And like, yeah, I also think like most of us just grew up thinking monogamy is the only right way to have a relationship. Yeah. So like for someone like Derek, like Derek and Travis are so different, even in the way they grew up. Because like, okay, I'm not gonna say anything about Derek right now because we'll find out about his life at some point. But Travis, I'm not gonna talk a lot about Travis's family and shit in the series because I don't think it's that interesting, I guess. But Travis was brought up, the way I see it, the way I imagine, in a very healthy family. I can see him having like these quirky parents who are very supportive at all times. So he's probably one of the only healthy characters in the show. But
so open-minded.
Yeah, his family and they're all so open-minded, and that's not how Derek was brought up. Definitely.
He is a closed box, a closed book.
Yeah.
Chest unlocked.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so like he also didn't have the same opportunities as Travis, I think. He didn't have the same education, I think. So it really makes sense what you said about him, that when you said like polygamy needs to be talked about, needs to be taught. He didn't have any of that, so it's complicated.
With Derek, in my opinion, he struggles with his self-identity, never mind with a man. Like, even if he was straight, he would struggle with trying to wrap his head around just being comfortable with who he is.
Yeah.
I think so to get him out of his shell, and then also to get him to accept something that is, like, not globally, but, like, a lot of people don't agree with it. To get Derek to agree to something that the majority doesn't agree to, like, you're just not going to get it. Not out of Derek. Not anytime soon, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And, like, Derek has so many insecurities. It's not even just the coming out thing. There's so much more in there that we're going to get a glimpse of it in episode 5, but I don't know if everyone's going to spot it. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see.
Fingers crossed you do. Fingers crossed I do.
Yeah, Dale doesn't even know. Let's move on to something easier.
Who, Derek?
Yeah, I feel bad for him because, like, I think he's...
Everybody loves Derek. Remember this when you're watching next episode. Just love him still. Okay?
I think Derek is so in love with Travis, so he's really trying to understand him and accept him, but he just doesn't know how to. He just doesn't understand. Like, what the fuck?
How can somebody who doesn't accept himself accept somebody else?
Yeah. Okay, let's go to an easy question that was for me. So, someone asked, is Fatima inspired by the YouTuber Jenna Brown? And is Cleo inspired by the Save the Last Dance movie? So, I have no idea who Jenna Brown is. No clue. And I did watch the movie when I was a kid, like bits and pieces of it, but I think there was a ginger ballerina at some point in it. I don't know. And somebody died. But like, since I didn't create any of those characters, I didn't create Cleo or Fatima. I just asked the people who created them. So the goddess, of course, she created Fatima. So I asked her about the Jenna Brown thing, and what she said is she had no idea who Jenna Brown was either. And she also said, I'm gonna read her answer right now. She said, I thought of Fatima when you ask for new characters for your machinima. Every character I create, a part of me is with that character. I created her as a black Muslim to add more diversity to the story.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. Also, like, Fatima, I think, was one of the first characters I picked for the show. Like, as soon as I saw her, I was like, oh my god, I love her. This is gonna be good.
Amen.
Okay, and then Rayella, I think that's how it's pronounced, created Cleo. And she said, no, she wasn't inspired by the Save the Last Dance movie. She was more inspired by myself and my love for ballet as a younger child. Let's go to Erika's second question. So, Erika, if you were in Erika's place, what would you do about Jasper's situation?
I feel as though, like, so far from what I've seen and also some other stuff that's yet to come out, I would have probably done the same thing that Erika's stuff did, and mostly because it's not an easy situation. She already said that she's very close with her brother, and, you know, all of a sudden he's like completely disconnected, and she goes to see him, and he's not even really that happy to see her. So I don't think I would be able to do anything different, because in my head I can't even think of, like, other than like yelling at him, but that's definitely not gonna do anything, and it's not gonna make either party feel better. So yeah, I know it's like not as an interesting answer, but I don't know what else she could have done. I mean, obviously, you know, she's gonna sit down and talk to him. But you know, what's close sibling wouldn't try and talk to their brother?
So you wouldn't rat him out to your parents?
No, I wouldn't do that. The number one reason why I wouldn't do that is I wouldn't want someone to do that to me.
Mm-hmm.
I just know if their parents hear it from, like, not Jasper himself, and like Erika just goes running to them, they're going to start asking her questions that she does not know the answer to, and it's going to be very overwhelming for both her and him. So I absolutely would not suggest doing that.
If you could pick a different character to voice, which one would you pick and why? Let's start with Cleo.
Honestly, I think when when he first reached out to me about the series, I think I originally wanted to go for Charlie. And I don't remember why I switched to Cleo, but I originally wanted to voice for Charlie, and then now seeing her, I was like, you know what? I like Cleo more than Charlie. I'm glad I chose I'm Cleo instead of Charlie, but I think I would have, in my past life, I would have wanted to be Charlie.
Yeah, similar thing for me. I originally auditioned for Gideon. I would have preferred at the time to play Gideon. but now I'm 100% Team Derek, of course. But actually, my answer to the question would be Princess Sugarplum, aka Ryan. He is very sexy. He makes everybody in the chat excited, and I think I would really like that for me to play a character like that anyway.
I think you would also do great as Ezra, because you're good at making sad voices.
You think? I don't like to play sad characters.
Good Lord.
Okay. Erika?
Well, I actually very much love my character a lot, and I couldn't imagine how. I know, that's why I mean,
sorry.
It's okay. I love acting, so I would probably try and choose something that's like completely opposite to like, I guess, give myself a challenge. So maybe I would say Cleo. That could be really interesting. I just think I sound so much, or like personality-wise, already so much like Erika that I don't know.
Did you also...
Yeah, but like Cleo to go with something completely opposite.
Did you also audition for Fatima, or is it just my imagination? Just my imagination.
No, I auditioned for Erika. I saw her and I was like, that's me.
Okay, Fatima?
So I actually had something maybe a little similar to Erika. I know when Boss Lady actually messaged me and said, hey, come try and audition for me, please. I said, okay. So my first instinct actually went to Erika, because I was like, oh, me personally, me as Ebony, as E Classy, like, I am kind of outgoing, so like I feel like I can mesh with different groups of social people. And like my personality is outgoing like Erika's, but I can also be kind of reserved too. But for the most part, I am outgoing. So if I could voice anyone outside of Fatima, although I love Fatima, that's my girl. That's like my other side. But no, I would have went for Erika.
Okay. Gideon?
No lie.
Probably Charlie. Charlie, if I was a girl. Erika as well, if I was a girl. Travis. Derek. Yeah. I like to play lots of types of characters. I would say Ryan, but I feel like I don't have. I'm gonna say I feel like I don't have the voice for him, because it's just so. If I would have the voice for Ryan, I wouldn't mind being Ryan.
You have a great voice though.
Yeah, you could do that. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
C plus.
Come on.
A plus.
Who else? Oh, you know something? I don't think I'll say something. I don't think I'd be good with Ezra, just because I really don't have the voice for that. My voice is really expressive, and Shaggart is very, very calm and soothing and very nice to listen to. He'd do great at audiobooks.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, so yeah, more the kind of faster paced characters, which is funny I say that because Gideon's kind of a slower paced character, but in a way, I guess.
I mean, I'm pretty cool, so I choose me if I could.
Of course, Ryan chooses Ryan.
But since I'm being forced to choose someone, I would like to play. I would have liked to play Travis. I like making people laugh, and I laugh every single time it comes on the screen.
Yeah, it just brings those lines to life like so well. At this point, like when I write for Travis, I just think, what would Phoenix say? Like, how would Phoenix say this?
That is such a testament to his acting. Though.
Yeah, he's so good. And like now we're gonna go to Travis. Actually, I remember you auditioned for Jasper at first, And I heard your audition, and I was like, oh my god, go audition for Travis right now.
Yeah. If I could choose anybody else, probably Jasper, Raymond, or Ezra, but I don't think I could do any of them nearly as much justice as I did.
Only one question left is, why did you decide to audition for this show in particular?
I mean, like, I could.
I
See,
harassed her.
At first, I was gonna be like, I don't know, because I've worked with a few other simmers before, and they were honestly like, they were good, they were nice people, but sometimes like like they wouldn't get back to me fast enough, and I was like, I don't know if this is going to be like this is gonna be repeating itself and this and that. And I was like, I don't want to be stressed out. So I was debating on it, but then Simmer kept on getting back to me really fast, and I was like, okay, well maybe I should, and so I actually did it, and I was like, okay. I was like, if I didn't do this, I was like, I'm gonna regret it. Okay. So I was like, do it.
It's a very similar thing for me, fortunately or unfortunately. I'd worked with a lot of simmers who,
throwing shade.
put it politely, nobody has been as passionate as Simmer. So when I was looking at the characters and speaking to her, it was very obvious for me that this was a project that I wanted to invest in, and I think it's paid off. I love playing Derek. I love speaking to Simmer. It's been one of the best experiences in Sims Mission that I've had. I'd auditioned for Gideon originally, but she'd messaged me privately saying that she thinks my voice is better suited for Derek. And I agree. Derek is a fantastic character. Simmer, the care she puts into the characters and the cast and the show itself is just next level. Like, not to put anybody down, I really don't want to put anybody down in the community, but Simmer is the care and commitment. It is something else, and I think it's really inspiring, and I think a lot of people should aspire to be like Simmer. It's been a fantastic experience, and I'm here for the long haul, I think. I hope. Don't kill Derek.
This is my first, like, Sims voiceover, like, me doing it. I grew up watching these, and I always wondered, how do they get voice actors for that? Because I've actually been acting my entire life, and I was like, I always wanted to be one of those. And when I found this, I was really, really excited. And I would just like to say I'm so happy that since this is my first experience doing like a Sims voiceover, like a machina, and it's like so professional. Like, this is the same professionalism you'd see on an acting set. And I'm just so happy to be a part of something like this.
Why did I decide to do this? Well, aside from Boss Lady finding me,
yeah.
And like Erika Azari here, this is actually my first Sims mission also. I think I've done like video games. I've done a video game before, so I'm actually fairly new into the voice acting world. So, and to be a part of this, like Zari, I felt like, okay, if I don't take this chance, I'm really going to miss out on something awesome. And just to see the level of dedication and professionalism that I've seen, like, makes me want to, do better and be better and get better with my voice acting. I took a chance and I said, okay, let's go. Let's do it. Let's see where it leads me.
I initially just kind of thought of it as a practice. It seemed like it might be good practice, because I've gone through like phases since I've started voice acting to what types of projects I'll do or not do, or like doing anymore, or did like doing. And at that point, like I was like I had mentioned earlier and in the chat, it seemed like my sim stuff was kind of not stable. But that was just me, and I want to clarify that for Tia. That's something I've never heard anybody else say. It just seemed like something, an observation that I made. But just from previous stuff. But But yeah, I auditioned just because he seemed fun. Gideon seemed fun, and actually, like I was saying earlier, before the stream, Boss Lady's trailer was freaking phenomenal. The way she just made the trailer, it looks so freaking professional. The like captions or whatever, the way that, not captions, but captions or whatever, the way they appeared, it just looked like a real freaking show that should be on TV. I have said this many times. The show looks like it should be on Netflix.
Wait, you mean the trailer or the opening titles?
Whatever you had on the CCC call.
I think it was the opening titles. Yeah.
Was it the opening?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But yeah, that really sold me. And honestly, I can say now that I look for sim stuff now because of what Ward University just opened my eyes, and now I absolutely love Tia's show Invisible. I've watched all 3 episodes of that. I absolutely love that show, and Bree's show is phenomenal too. How do you pronounce it? The Knipsa Effect?
The Knipsa Effect, I think.
Knipsa Effect. Yeah, I'm into like, I don't know, episode 5 of that or something, or 6 or something right now. I've watched an episode every day of that show since I started watching it. It was the same for Invisible. And yeah, something, it's definitely not the same as I thought it was before I found Warner University. You guys are just phenomenal writers, and you just create the highest quality of characters that I've seen. And I'm a very active voice actor. I've seen a lot of calls in this year I've been doing this. I've auditioned about 800 auditions out there that are mine. And just, yeah, they've been, ever since Ward University, I've been wanting to do more. And I just got cast in a show with Allie, actually, who plays Candy. Yeah, literally Allie was the reason I auditioned for that show, because she's such a badass. Like, I forgot to talk about her earlier, but she is one of the most badass actors I've ever had the honor of being in a show with. Oh, somebody left.
No, she's back.
Oh, she just popped back in. Okay. But yeah, I seen Allie was cast in that. And, well, no, actually I didn't see that. It was like her first, she was in the trailer. And I was like, oh, I recognize that voice. And it took me, I was like, oh, that's Allie. Shit. And I was like, yeah, I'm probably gonna audition for this, just because I want to be in a show with her again.
Okay, Ryan, like, I'm gonna answer for you. You didn't audition at all.
I did not.
I love your voice. Please be Ryan.
Yes.
I was like, oh heck yeah, I will. Say no more.
I was like waiting for him to send some lines, and he never did, and I was like, okay, well, let's try anyway. Let's see what happens. I actually, like I said this before, I don't know if Tia was here or not, but I stole him from Tia's Invisible casting call audition, because he auditioned for Brandon, and I heard his voice, and I was like, yeah.
I actually was told by a friend, Pinstripe Paragon, to audition for it, so I wanted to give it a shot, and I did not get the part, which is okay. But I'm here now. I didn't get the part in Invisible either. Yes, I'm Chris's friend. You're right.
Dale, you did get a part in Invisible, though. We're gonna see.
I had to beg for it.
All right, well, have I got the story for you? I mean, it's not that super interesting, but like, anyways, so I remember, like others here, I was asked, Boss Lady found me, and I remember specifically, like, how it went too. So I had auditioned for this.
Okay, wait a second. Now I'm scared because I don't remember how it went. I'm terrified.
No, don't worry. It's fine. All right, so, I had auditioned for this Minecraft Spider-Man project, and I auditioned for like Miles Morales, and then like, keep in mind what I'm about to say. Like, I'm not bragging, but like, out of all the auditions, mine was like the only one that got comments from other people complimenting me, and this is important because one of those comments was from Boss Lady. So I was just like, wow, thank you. And then she was just, she told me about the project, and I was just like, yeah, I'll check it out. I was kind of cautious first because, you know, it's a mixed bag. Like, you never know when people ask you to do it, like how things are going to go. So I checked it out and went to the page, saw the opening titles, and I was just like, oh my gosh, yes, I need to be a part of this. Because I was like hit with all this early 2000s nostalgia, like Dragon Josh, Zoe 101. Like, I just felt it all in the opening titles, and I was just like, I need to be a part of this any way I can. So, and then, yeah, this is history.
Does anybody in the chat have any questions?
Yeah, exactly.
Right? That was
Ooh, let's get into some chat questions.
Yeah, sausage.
Give us some
Ooh.
questions. Ooh, Tia.
Uh-oh, yeah, Tia's
Okay.
not. Tia would ask that.
Shit.
Okay, let's start with Tia first. So, are there any characters you hate, Cleo? Because now I'm gonna expose her. Tia actually hates Erika. Can you believe that?
Oh,
Oh, no.
hi, it's so
Oh
bad.
no, I've been exposed.
Okay, so Cleo, who do you hate?
Probably just gonna say Lori.
Ooh,
Oh yeah.
I thought Professor John would be.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I feel like Professor John will make Cleo stronger. So yeah, I don't like her, but like I don't hate her for the fact is that I feel like Cleo one day can you know, like kind of fight for that, or not fight for that, but like, you know, learn from, you know, that there's going to be hate wherever you go. So get used to it.
Okay.
You just blew my mind with that.
Mind blown. Okay, Derek?
Don't think I really hate any of the characters. It's a very strong word. I think I severely dislike the professors, all of the professors, apart from the writing major, whoever that. He seems nice.
Rich.
Rutledge?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
I mean, he's a little bit manipulative, but he doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Tia's
I
like,
guess I
spill the
don't
tea,
like
Derek.
the boys. I don't like the boys. Like, they...
What?
All of them,
Yeah, on the boys now, Derek.
How dare?
they're dealing drugs. They're selling drugs. It's not, you know, it's not nice.
I mean,
You're
Derek.
part of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, your hands are dirty too, Derek.
But yeah, that's it, really. I think.
Okay. Erika?
I don't really dislike any of the characters, also due to this, like, how none of the characters are, like, really just one-dimensional. There's, like, layers to them. But I don't like Lori, mostly because of what she does to Erika, but I don't really like Ryan.
Yeah.
Well then.
I'm sorry. It's just, like, I've been there. I've been in Erika's shoes, and it's not fun. I also see like she never talks to him. Remember, put that in your back pocket.
I strongly dislike Lori. I don't like bullies.
Yeah.
The whole manipulative. I watch this, girls. I got you. I got something for her. Like that. No, not cool. The dance professor, the dance teacher, she like crawled under my skin, man. For some odd reason, like, I just could not. I was like, how in the world? Like, just the interaction between her and Cleo. Like, I wanted to beat her in the face. I wanted to beat her in the face.
Dang.
Just because I'm not all about rudeness, and no.
You sure?
I don't play that. That's just not cool.
I'm honestly surprised nobody said it. I don't like Thorne Bailey.
Oh.
He's a bitch. I don't like him.
Yeah. Why didn't no one say?
True.
Well,
true.
we haven't seen a lot of him yet, so I guess that's the
Yeah,
reason.
I'm thinking as Derek. Derek, he has no idea.
Doesn't give a shit. And that's it. Just Thorn Bailey or someone else.
You know something? I'm gonna say it's somebody I might not like in the future. Well, I kind of actually don't like her now. Vanessa.
Ooh.
She's a little
Oh.
wormy.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Spicy.
And you know something? I'm gonna mention something. I wonder if anybody knows this besides Boss Lady. If you go to Simmer Boy's YouTube, you'll see a video that was pre-Ward University.
Yeah.
That was a music video with Thorn Bailey and Vanessa,
Yeah.
and some shit goes down that's not shown in the show. I don't know if it will be shown in the show or not.
Yeah, definitely. We'll
Yeah,
talk.
it's
We'll
like a
talk
prequel,
about it.
right?
Yeah. The
Yeah.
celebrity music video is so much. It's so different because I made it on a laptop, so like the quality is so low. But yeah.
Remake,
Well, something-
Remix.
Something goes down in it that I don't think people are aware of for the show. Well, let me ask you that, Simmer Boy. Is that canon for the show now?
Yeah.
What happened between Vanessa and Thorn Bailey?
Definitely.
Is it interesting?
I love playing Ryan, but I also very much strongly dislike him as well.
Ooh.
I wish he would put his friends a bit further up the list of things that he wants to get done first.
He wants to get his friends down, like he wants to do his friends.
You know,
I
yeah.
volunteer as tribute.
To-do list number 1: friends.
Derek.
I want Ryan to be more like Tyler.
Yeah.
That way.
And Travis?
Dale.
You know, I kind of dislike Lori a bit. Can't think of anyone else that might fit that category. I mean, I'm gonna say I kind of dislike Judith Ward just a little bit.
Mhm.
Like I haven't seen enough from her to be solid, but like, yeah, I'm starting to dislike her a bit.
I get it.
Yeah, I feel like I need to interject a little bit, like with my answer. Obviously, I don't like bullies, so I also hate the girls. the bubblegum bitches. Nah, I don't like
I
the
love that
boys.
song.
I don't like the girls.
But you like Candy.
Yeah,
But I like
Candy's one of
Candy.
them.
I think she's a fake bully. I think she's gonna
Yeah.
be really lovely. Who do I actually like in the show? Tia and Candy. And Charlie. I think Charlie's gonna be lovely too.
Okay, so Ines' question was, is there any hard part in voicing your characters? So Cleo.
I don't think it's hard voice acting Cleo. I guess it's just the, like the when you're doing any role of just making sure that when you do your lines, you sound realistic and not like a robot. So I guess just the hard part is just making sure it's realistic.
Mm-hmm. I agree with Cleo. With Derek, he's moody, but he does have emotion. He does have feelings, and so it's getting that balance, showing his emotions, but still not being so eccentric and so British.
Okay, so Erika by herself isn't too hard of a character for me to play. I don't have to like change my voice or anything. But I will say when she gets into those long-winded, over-dramatic, just going like those long rants that she does, that's the only hard part for me because I want her to go quickly enough for it to just be her ranting and rambling, but also not too fast that no one can understand what she's saying. And those can be, and also like because in between scenes her moods can fluctuate just so quickly.
Yeah.
Those moments could be like 1 second she's like super sad, and then the next thing she's like, okay, but you're right, this is okay, and then she's sad again. So I try to like record everything like all like together so I can get the up and down properly. So that's like the only difficult part with it. She's all over the place.
Well, you're doing.
Sorry to interrupt.
Yeah.
I agree with that actually with Derek. Trying to keep in character when you've got a lot of words to say is actually particularly difficult for Derek because I forget that I'm supposed to be miserable. And so sometimes I open up a little bit and I'm like, oh shit, I've got to do that again. That's not going to work for Derek. But that's true. That's so true. Trying to remember who you are with longer pieces of script. I agree with that.
It's especially like the more you get into like the character, as like the more this character like becomes their own thing, and you start to realize you put your own like your personality in that, and you're like, no, that's not.
Yeah, that's the problem with Derek. Yeah, because I am moody as well with Derek, but my moody's a little bit different to Derek's moody.
So yeah, I'll even piggyback on that a little bit too. Was when I find myself that I put myself so much into voicing Fatima, because if you like really meet me in real life, like yeah, I'm like, come on, calm down, it's okay, think about what you're doing, like it's okay. Like I literally have to find myself, and even when I'm reading, even just the scripts itself, I'm just like, how do I try and envision like the scene and how how I want Fatima to be portrayed. You know, okay, well if I'm having an interaction with Cleo or with Erika, like, okay, I think probably even I don't think it's really hard. I'm like rambling. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We're all here to listen to your voice, trust me.
Absolutely.
Cause like I don't know. I'm like, it's not hard. It's not. I put myself into the character and really just kind of get a feel. I internalize the feeling of each word that I read, and when I say it, I feel it. I think even was it episode 3, the whole storytelling, like those lines gave me goosebumps. Oh my god.
Yeah, it was episode 2.
And like, was it episode 2? It was episode 2, yeah. So that whole, the story, like I remember literally sitting here and I was like, okay, how is this story going to even be portrayed? Like, and just, I read it over and over and over again until like I internalized it and I felt it.
It's so good.
Yeah. I was so nervous too, you guys too. I'm not gonna lie, I was so nervous because I was like, I poured like my soul into that. Like I was crying as I was reading the line. I am not kidding. Like I literally like felt that, and so like no, it wasn't hard for me to put myself into my character.
So, Gideon?
Believe it or not, he actually he is kind of difficult. Because the way he's I had mentioned this earlier, he's kind of a slow-paced character, and you would think, you know, fast-paced is harder. At least for me, I'm used to high-energy guys that like talk fast and shout and act like hooligans or whatever. But Gideon's very slowly paced, and the thing is that like it's so much easier to see a big mistake if the character's slowly paced, and like a lot of his like the flirtatious stuff, it's actually kind of difficult to keep it in character and not sound like an idiot or something, as opposed to what he should sound like. There were a couple times where I would get like mad in my booth because like, no, that's crap. I can't have him sound like that. But not like all the time. Not everything he does is hard. But yeah, some of the stuff like that. One of my first lines in the whole show,
it was like, do you want to move this to my room?
Yeah, not that one.
You want to move this to my room or something? It was something.
Yeah. That one was really, because I'm gonna sound like egotistical or whatever. Just the way I did it, the way I wanted it to be done, and the way I felt the best it could be done was really kind of an up and down like dynamic and vocal inflection. And I don't remember if that one took me a while, but just I found that kind of stuff can be kind of difficult because you don't want to go out of character.
Voicing Ryan for me wasn't too difficult. I kind of just
I am.
look in the mirror and I'm like, "You're a fucking stud." And I go in the booth.
That's all it takes.
That's what I've broken him down to. It's pretty cool.
Okay, Travis?
I would say that it's not really that hard for me to play Travis. It's just actually a lot of fun. Look forward to just getting a script and going at it. It's just like fun to be that guy, you know?
Yeah.
Phoenix ain't even acting.
I mean,
It's
hey.
him. Just him.
Oh yeah.
Just
Oh
reading.
yeah.
Yeah, it comes off very natural. Tia asked another question. She said, do you have any predictions for your characters?
Predictions for your characters. I think Derek's gonna get married to Travis and everyone's gonna live happily ever after.
You are not, bruh.
Dipped on being the bridesmaid.
He is.
Ryan's gonna wear a pretty dress.
Damn right I will. I'll rock it
Maybe a
too.
flower girl.
You would, yeah. I don't think there's anything that can make Derek unattractive. Not Derek, Ryan.
Don't really think I have any predictions for Derek. Maybe more lines?
I'm hoping in the future she's more outgoing. I feel like she's already starting to like kind of break that, so like break the habit of being too quiet. So I'm hoping that she gets a little bit more out there.
For Erika, I'm a hopeless romantic, so I just like any romantic side plot. So I'm hoping like maybe she'll like find somebody that can match her energy, because you know, someone she can like I don't know, talk to. Because she's a really, I would say she's really well read. I mean, almost everyone has, like Gary said, like everyone has layers to them. Some that we've yet to see, some that we're just getting to know and like what their stories are. And with Erika, I know like her with what's happening with her and her brother, we still don't know a lot about. She did talk. I like the scene where she spoke to Fatima about just like the dynamic that they already had, especially with their parents. So I'd like to see her kind of break out of that idea and really become like her own person. I also like, I did say some stuff before where I was like getting out of her brother's shadow. So that'll be really interesting.
Okay, so I'm reading the chat, and I actually wanted to mention this. Something weird is happening with Raymond. Like, I've noticed, like, every time he talks to someone, everyone's like, yes, I ship them. Like, every time Raymond talks to anyone, everyone's like, yes. So, a lot of people ship Erika and Raymond after episode 3, of course, but people also shipped Raymond and Cleo after episode 4. So, like, what do you think about that?
Oh my.
Just has chemistry with everybody.
Yeah. So, what do you
Oh,
think
you're
about a
gonna get the pizza
possible
right.
relationship between Erika and Raymond? What are your thoughts on that?
Raymond kind of.
You can be honest.
He's cool. Yeah, he's really cool. I think he's an interesting character. I think he and Erika both have a lot of similarities. He also kind of needs to get out of his shell because he's this really amazing dancer, but he's still a little afraid to dance in front of people. So I think that could be a really interesting dynamic. But I do know that he likes Fatima, so that'd be interesting to see how that plays out.
Okay.
I don't know about Raven and Cleo.
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't know about that. I'm fine with Cleo and Ezra. Fine for that shit.
Rich said, Ray, for everyone's ship confirmed.
Oh my goodness. The layers that I've seen with Fatima, she has to come out of her mother's shadow because her mother was this profound writer.
Yeah.
And so I would hope that she would be able to overcome whatever doubt she has in herself to be able to live up to Professor Rutledge's task, and just come out on top with that. And also even for herself, because I feel like she can also be guarded, and this is even just for myself, like to be able to come out of that and kind of let her guard down just a little bit to allow people to just to feel that love, because I am a hopeless romantic too. I am such a simp. I'm the biggest simp ever.
Same.
So for her to find someone who can be able to break the wall down a little bit for her and allow her to feel,
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Predictions. I guess there's what I think is gonna happen. What I hope happens. I guess. I predict. I guess. I feel like him and Derek might. Well, I think Derek might end up telling Gideon at some point that he's gay. I think that might be a thing that happens in the future. I don't personally know that. It wasn't in any of my scripts, so it's no spoiler there that I'm aware of. And with no, I'm not gonna say that. Never mind. I'm just hinting stuff. All right. So this will be. So we'll just move on to stuff I'd hope to see, or I'd like to see. I'd love to get a conversation with Charlie.
Same.
Just because I feel like it makes sense at some point, because she's, her, Travis, and Ezra are in the band, and they're at Derek's house, and Gideon's always at Derek's house, and they kind of might interact at some point. And I just like to have I want to have a conversation with Tia. That's what it is. And and also this is another kind of just me wanting it to happen. I'd like to have an actual conversation with Candy, with Allie in the show too, because the only thing I've ever said to her is invited her up to my room in the first episode.
Wink, wink.
I invited all 4 girls up to my Lori, May, Drusilla, and Candy.
He's very ambitious.
Yeah. But yeah, that probably wouldn't make sense too much to have Gideon and Allie have a conversation. But if it could happen, that'd be awesome.
Okay. Tyler, what do you think is gonna happen to Ryan?
I don't know. I hope he stops being a jackass and selling that drugs.
Okay.
Eventually, I would love to see a whole conversation between Ryan and the band. I think that'd be fun.
Ooh. Okay, and Travis? This is gonna be interesting.
Well, not entirely sure, but I like for things with the Black Sheep to go well, if that's anything. But other than that, not much. Yeah. Yeah.
Cute. It's so different to Travis. It's so endearing.
Oh my god. Like, I love listening to all your predictions while I actually know what's going to happen, and I'm like, oh, I want to tell them so bad, but I can't.
We'll find out in our own time. I'm excited.
I
mean, I'm the kind of person where, like, even with spoilers, I like watching it happen. So even if I know what's gonna happen, I still want to see it.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
I'm excited.
I hate spoilers. I hate them. I hate them so much.
I think the beauty of script is that it's not, you don't get to see it happen, so there's still that excitement to get to see the script come to life, the cinematography, the direction, the animations. It's like even though it's spoiled, it's still going to be good to watch, and that's what makes me excited when I'm
Yeah.
reading Derek's lines.
I love that you're
Wait
saying
to
this.
see that.
I love that you're saying this because you actually spoiled episode 5 for yourself. So
Yeah, I've read the script. Everybody's script. Sorry.
you're the worst.
I mean, like, it's so cool.
Because I forget, like, I forget the script. Like, even, like, wait, episode 5, I don't remember a single thing.
Yeah, me neither. Me neither. Oh my god, me neither.
The same. I pop up on the screen. I'm like, oh, that's me.
I've read everything. I remember everything.
I can't get that first scene out of my head.
I think
I usually don't remember, but I remember that I
The
believe
salt.
this next episode has my audition lines in it. Woo.
There was a line I said that I say in real life, and every time I say it, I'm like, I sound like Erika. You remember what it was?
Yeah.
You know what? I think I'm gonna stop sending public scripts.
No.
It's bad for Dale because he reads them
I
all.
need it.
No, that's it. I'm done.
No. Don't make me start messaging people.
Yeah. Can you please tell me what happened
You're
with
like,
your
hey,
character,
can you
please?
please send me a script?
I'll send you money.
Dark light by candlelight.
Starts messaging everyone like individually. Can you tell me what happens to your character?
Right?
And
Like, what'd you do? What'd you do this episode?
can you send me a
Well,
script?
let me tell you.
Yes.
It's about to go down.
I had the-
We all make an agreement just to tell them the wrong information.
Yeah. I get a different script from everybody.
Right? You lied to me.
Vampires.
Hi.
Yeah, Ryan's a cyborg now. Sorry, guys.
Oh my gosh. Oh, too funny.
I love what Rich said in the chat. He said Dale is like Tom Holland with the Avengers. That's something I already said to That's like
Oh my
that's
god.
so accurate.
Favorite scenes
Yeah.
so far.
Oh, okay. Favorite scene so far. Should I also answer that?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give me like the closing
Yeah.
question or something like that.
Okay. So this will be the last question because we've been here for days. I feel from episode 1 to episode 4, of course, not the ones that haven't happened yet.
Okay, yeah.
So
I was
not
gonna
the
say-
salt.
Not the salt. Not the salt.
Not the salt.
God. You know what? My favorite scene will be when she goes and calls her sister to kind of tell them like hey, like I got into the play and whatnot, and her sister just dismisses it, and she goes through this whole tangent about how awful she feels about herself and whatnot. And so I was like, you know what? I really do like that scene.
Favorite scene for Derek or favorite scene for like in the show?
You can say both, I guess.
Well, my favorite scene for Derek was when he was stood being moody. So that's either of his 3 scenes.
I thought it was like the sex
My
scene.
favorite scene in the show so far has got to be the montage, the band practice audition.
My favorite scene, at least of Erika, would be when she's talking about her and Jasper's relationship and just how that dynamic works. I thought it was a really touching scene, and the montage of them playing over that. But also like the stuff that I can't talk about, I like that too. But I just love anything with music, any scene that you put music to, because I can't tell you how many times I've been watching the show and then you just put on one of my favorite songs.
Well, I
I get so excited.
Button real quick.
Right?
Real quick.
Absolutely. So yeah, the transitions from like the last scene to the credits, like all of them, they're all my favorite. First one, like the first episode, it's so good. I watched it like 3 times.
Oh yeah.
Fatima? I think it
my
was like,
favorite...
shut up, Raymond. I'm trying to work.
Yeah, the whole oh my god. I'm trying to think back on all this, because like I literally was thinking like, okay, yeah. I think even in the recordings I sent to Boss Lady, I was like, yeah, that's so me. I would have said that.
Yeah.
That would have been me. So yeah, the whole shut up, Raymond. I think aside from the obvious monologue that I had, my favorite from Fatima was the scene where she got called to Professor Rutledge's office, and then that pink scene that transitioned out.
Yeah, I love that.
My favorite scene from just in general, I don't know why, but I can't get the get woke out of my head. I still say that every day, like, get woke, just get woke. That was funny to me. But even there's a few other ones, but Travis's fourth wall breaking scene, like this show is everything to me, and I love it.
Aw, I cried. Okay, Gideon.
I'd say my favorite scene and my favorite scene with Gideon are pretty tied as far as like my favorite of all time or whatever. My favorite scene is probably the dance scene with Ray, Cleo, and Erika. I thought that was just like so epic and so just a big one of the best representations of this show. It's I guess, what's the word? I can't think of the word right now, but I'm just gonna say power of the show. It's not the exact accurate word, but just
aura?
Not aura.
Just
kind of, it's greatness, I guess. There's a better word for it. I can't, but
mise en scene.
My favorite scene with Gideon is in the latest episode, the montage with Lori when they're kissing. I like that one. Because I ship them, and everybody hates Lori, and Casey's probably crying at home right now, but I love Lori.
Casey.
No, I think Casey's pretty cool. No, she said she's like, I get it.
I mean, that just makes you an amazing. Like if someone hates your character, and you're supposed to be mean, that means you're an amazing voice actor.
Yeah, did really good. Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's a little bit of comfort for me.
My favorite one was actually when Erika opens the door and reveals Ryan in that whole scene with Travis.
The epic intro of Ryan.
That was my favorite. I laughed a lot of that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
It's one of those things where like you wonder if the music that's playing in the background of movies are like, can the characters hear it or not? And that was just like a great scene of, I guess they can.
All right, so I thought of 3 scenes actually, so I'm just gonna say them all. All right, so there's one scene from episode 3 right before the audition, like the scene with the band. So it was so funny. And then there's one from episode 4, Ezra's flashback, and Travis cutting into that. Love that too.
That was hilarious.
Yeah, and then also from episode 4, after the rehearsal for the musical, the scene between Ezra and Travis.
Skater boy.
So fun to do. So fun to do.
She was a skater boy. She said something.
Kind of cringy to sing, but I just love the whole scene altogether.
Had me rolling. He's like, did you just come back for
He's like, shut up. He's like, okay, I'm done. She did
hilarious.
Yeah.
That was hilarious. I think I fell over laughing at that scene. I just could not. I could not.
The craziest thing about that scene is that my whole nickname Simmer Boy comes from Skater Boy. because I don't know.
Wow.
I find that
Oh,
funny. I think that song is
Awesome.
hilarious for some reason. And like at one point I just started thinking about the song and I thought, wait, this is Ezra and Cleo. Like he was a punk shitted ballet. I was like, what? How did I not see this before? And so I decided to include that in episode 4. It was like a last minute decision, but it worked out so well. I love it. And...
Absolutely.
Oh, I think actually my favorite scene is when Ezra is watching Cleo dance to Creed.
Yeah.
That was a good
Yeah,
scene.
I think that's
That was
actually my favorite
good.
scene.
I like that.
That is
Yeah.
cinematography.
I might change it
It's a
to that.
really good scene.
Wow, I
Yeah.
kind of forgot about that.
It's
I
like
feel
the
bad.
dance.
That
Oh, the
was-
dance
The
auditions.
dancing. Oh, God. The attention to detail was beautiful.
I love the dance scenes.
I am so excited for episode 5.
Oh my
like,
god.
I know
Yeah.
people don't really know
Same.
Derek so far, but you're going to get to know him a lot next episode. I'm really excited for that. I'm excited. I'm so excited.
Okay.
I'm just as excited.
I'm more excited than Ryan.
That's bullshit because I'm very excited.
I am very excited.
You're full of it.
Oh my god.
Stupid excited.
I'm just happy to be here.
I'm just happy to be here.
Yeah.
So Erika, like episode 7 is my favorite right now. There's so many amazing things.
What?
happening.
How can you say that? I am so insulted right now. I'm so upset.
Especially because Dale's not in it, so.
I just got that.
Wah, wah. Mm.
Very sorry, man. I'm very sorry.
Look, I have a shitty attention span. Like, my favorite thing is the one I'm making right now, so in my mind, episode 7 is the latest thing I did, so like it's my favorite now. Even if I didn't even film it yet.
I'm excited for episode 8 when it's just Derek. Nobody else is in it. It's just Derek. 40 minutes
The
of
whole
Derek. Everybody
episode.
look forward to it. Everybody look forward to it.
Whenever I did other voice acting work, I always thought it was really jarring to hear my voice come out of the character because I'm like, that doesn't fit. But when I hear Erika, I'm like, no, that's not me. That's Erika.
You're
Hey.
almost making an audio drama, right? Because you edit the lines together before you film, and I think that's fascinating. I think
yeah.
that's a different approach.
Yeah, I start
Oh my
from
gosh.
the audio.
Your audio is amazing, by the way.
Yeah, audio is.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Well,
Oh, yeah.
it's just because of you guys, because you have good audio quality.
It's like it's comforting to
I
send
appreciate
somebody
that.
audio and
Oh,
for them
gosh.
to edit it like just to be good or to sound good. Like often you send audio to somebody and it sounds exactly like you sent it, and that's not what you want. You want it to be part of the show, part of the ambience, all that shit. Yeah, you do a fantastic job. It's really nice to listen to audio.
Can you hear my cat right now? He's
No.
complaining.
No.
No.
I want to.
Meow. I can meow for you, Ryan.
Oh, wow.
Meow.
Oh god.
Good lord.
Oh,
I am so sorry, everybody listening who has no idea who Derek is. They're like, oh my god.
Oh my god. I about choked. I was not ready for that.
I promise Derek is far, even though he's very similar to me, he's very far from me. Don't worry.
I mean, I'm not complaining, but wow.
Yeah.
I forgot what it sounded like for a second.
I think it would be nice, even though I'm not part of next week. It's not next week's. The next podcast. I think it would be nice to be part of that.
Because
I feel like even though obviously the other characters need to get time to speak, finally everybody will get to know what Derek. Well, they'll get a taste of Derek at least. I would like to be there. I can't say it without spoilers.
shut up then.
I might be there. I might be here next time. Wink, wink.
Yeah, that would be nice.
I would like to meet him. eventually.
I like to be all the voice actors, just all of them.
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
do
exactly.
Very
a
true. Very true.
Word University convention or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I said,
Yeah.
I would love for us to do like a table read. I think that would be fantastic.
That would be
Obviously not
awesome.
episode
So
7.
much fun.
Yeah, as I said, for episode 7, so
I feel very attacked right now.
don't worry, you have some lines in
WardCon.
episode 8. I was actually thinking about those last night before I went to sleep. I was like, wait, I have some lines for Derek, and I wrote them down on my phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna be in episode 8, everybody.
My
Put it in
creative
your
process.
calendars. I'm
Okay.
in love with Travis. I lost Ryan. I envy Gideon. I don't know the rest of the cast, I don't think, just yet.
I don't know. I gotta get.
But that's Derek speaking, not Dale.
I would actually really like to see Erika talk to Ryan. I mean, I wouldn't even know what that would entail, but just like some kind of, I think that would be interesting.
I would hope she would like steer him towards the righter path.
Since he is so involved with what's happening with Jasper, maybe just like some sort of like confrontation, something, you know?
I wonder if someone actually ships Erika and Ryan together.
That one person's me.
Like a 10-year-old.
Thank you, Monica.
Like a 15-year-old. Like that's something like a younger person would probably do, because they don't see like how unhealthy that relationship would be.
Tyler's
Be
24.
awful. I am.
Yeah, I don't see Erika and Ryan at all. I don't see it.
Could be
Sorry.
funny.
No.
I see it crashing and burning.
Ooh.
I think all I see at this moment in time is Travis and Derek until Travis ditches Derek. Then I see Derek and Ryan. It's not optional. I'm sorry.
All right, well, looks like I gotta
Take
embrace
anything
this.
else? Because I remember when I saw a picture of Derek, I was like, "Oh, that character looks really interesting. Are they in this show?"
It's 1 a.m. here. More topless
Wow.
Jaspers.
Lord.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's really late.
Oh,
Want to call it a podcast?
So
I'm kind of sad. I'm sad that it's ending. I mean, it has
Yeah.
been 3 hours.
me
It's been
too.
nice talking to you.
It's been a lot of fun, actually.
It's been really fun. But
I think we
yeah,
should do it more often, even if we're not doing a podcast. I think we should all group up and
Voice chat.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody's
Yeah.
available, we should just do it. I definitely,
I'm usually free at
I'm
nights.
for it.
So,
Yeah.
definitely. I think
Yeah.
I think I
That's
could
cool.
develop a friendship with all of you. I think you are very nice people to talk to,
Same.
Oh yeah.
and we all have the same fascination, the same goals. We all love and appreciate each other's characters. I think it would be really nice for us all to just stick together and be together. I think that's lovely. I appreciate Simmer Boy for bringing us together, and I appreciate you all being here. It's been fantastic.
watch us never speak again after this.
Oh my god.
We're gonna speak.
Okay.
Not gonna happen.
I'm pretty
No,
sure there are
really.
many people here who will make sure that doesn't happen. I'll make sure that doesn't happen.
Oh,
Definitely,
right?
I'm gonna make sure it
we'll
happens.
find you.
I'm gonna force you all to be in that call every single day. I'm not. Don't worry. I mean, I am in quarantine, so I am available a lot. However, I will be considerate. Maybe I'll talk to you all privately afterwards after the stream. Don't want to be too
Yeah.
soppy.
Aw.
But it means a lot to me that I have this.
Aw.
So
Aw.
thank you guys.
I'm just
Oh, okay, I got it. Now I gotta go get tissues. Jesus. Yeah.
I'm just so happy to be part of like a cast of very talented and very professional people. Like this, for my first like independent like voice acting role, this is a lot of fun. And
Good.
and I missed it. I haven't done acting in a while, and this being my reintroduction into it is probably one of the best things I could have asked for. So yeah, thank you.
Definitely.
Yeah,
I can vouch for that.
this show is bringing so much happiness into my life. You guys have no idea.
I got an idea how we could end this. We should all, at the count of 3, say, "I love you, boss lady."
Yes.
Oh god.
I don't want to end it. I don't want to
No.
go.
There'll be more. There'll be more.
Okay, go on.
Yeah.
Do it. Just do it. Rip the band-aid off.
1, 2, 3. I love you.
Love you, boss lady.
Hey.
Love you, boss lady.
Oh god. Okay, so thank you everyone for being here, from the cast to the people who watch this, and we'll see you on Saturday for episode 5, and that's it. Okay.
Bye.
It was
All the
so
best.
fun.
Bye.
Bye.